What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday. It's yours truly, Joseph R. Wheeler III, artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation. Out here getting my ONYXCON fitness on, getting my walk on. Look forward to more ONYXCON fitness content coming up soon. I actually did a little cooking tutorial for y'all that I'm editing right now, and it should be up by this evening, so look forward to that. I will say it should be really entertaining and informative for those of you who want to diversify in the kitchen and try more international cuisine. If you're not already eat a lot of international dishes, it's that kind of party. So I think you'll like it. I know you'll like it. I know mi gente is gonna love it. All my Latinos are gonna absolutely love it. Shout out to Dominican Republic, República Dominicana. You know I'm gonna shout y'all out. Gotta shout out all the places I've been. Shout out Mexico. Shout out Malaysia, which I found out amazingly. It blew my mind. I didn't even notice that the thing I was cooking was found there first. Okay, it actually was cultivated in Malaysia and modern day Indonesia first. So Southeast Asia, big up, big up, big up. It amazes me. It's like when I found this out, I was like, whoa, because I thought that the thing I'm talking about originated in Africa because it's such a huge staple of diet in many parts of Africa. And because of its prevalence in Africa, it was brought from Africa to this hemisphere, and that's why people eat it throughout Latin communities in the Americas and all throughout the Caribbean. Some of y'all may have already guessed what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna give it away. I want y'all to watch the video. So like I said, you just gotta stay tuned and see what I'm talking about. You gotta find that Easter egg. But yeah, a lot of history I'm giving y'all now. You know what I'm saying? ONYXCON Sankofa, we call that Sankofa. Sankofa is an ancient African symbol from the Adinkra people. From the Adinkra system, from the Akan people, excuse me. The Akan people, or the Ashanti, and they have a system of symbols. Some of y'all are familiar with what these are. Some of y'all seen them and didn't even know what y'all were looking at. They use all the way through anything relating to Wakanda and all of that, all the various motifs from all over the 54 countries and so many cultures that were culminated into what became Wakanda on screen. One of the most influential were symbols you would have seen all over Wakanda of Adinkra symbols. So, yeah, it's an Adinkra symbol that means to go back and fetch it. You got to know your past to move forward into your future. Sankofa, okay? So anyway, that's what we're doing with that. Anytime we're talking about history and bringing it into present day and showing how it all relates, Sankofa, y'all. Sankofa, y'all. I've been saying that forever. And I'm going to keep saying it. But, yo, it's a good one. Like I say, stay tuned for that. The video is going to be quite entertaining and informative, as we do. That's what we do here. We do edutainment. So you're going to get a cooking show. You're going to get history on the type of food. Turkey buzzard. See, I get him. Oops. Forgot I can't turn my camera like that. You're just going to have to see him if you see him. There he is. Boom. Turkey buzzard in the sky. Flying high. I hear you. What is it? I hear you. There's a chipmunk. There's a rabbit. Something in these bushes. He like, I've been detected. Let me get quiet. Let me get still. Anyway, speaking of animal love, yo, I found this video, y'all. You could call it part 2 of another video I'd already posted. Because if you're paying attention and you know that ONYXCON is truly a network, we're not just here, we're also on Instagram. Instagram is where we got our most numbers so far. Our main page at ONYXCON has 17.5 thousand. We have another page that's almost 2,000. I think it's like 1,800 something. But that is ONYXCON Outdoors. So when I do ONYXCON Outdoors worldwide, that's where I post a lot of stuff that will relate to the kind of content you'll see when I do my vlogs. You'll see what I'm doing right now, because this is still ONYXCON Outdoors worldwide. I'm outside, I'm in the air, I'm in the atmosphere, I'm in the moments. You know what I'm saying? Paying much respect to the rest of nature. But on that page, I like to post a lot of interesting animal videos, plant videos, elements of the earth, you know, stuff related to geology, geography, okay, crystals, all that good stuff. It's a lot. It's mostly animals and plants though. So there was a video I found from a zoo in China. It's a zoo somewhere in the mountains. I think it's the Kailing. I don't want to say it wrong because I'm not looking at it right now. So even if I was, I might be saying it wrong. So I don't want to mess it up. But I know it's something mountain zoo, and it's somewhere in China. And it's just famous. This video went kind of viral. Series of videos kind of went viral. But it's this monkey who is famous there for posing. It's like he's fully, I mean, I always laugh when people see him. Oh, I can't believe they're so smart. I can't believe because you really think human intelligence is ultimate intelligence? Like, people who think like that make me laugh at them. I'm like, our minds that's one type of brain, and there's all these other zillions of types of brains in every other creature. Like, I have never been one to think that the size of an animal's brain determines its intelligence, all that old stupid stuff. But let's go to smaller brain. Okay, well, explain to me then why ants that have been here for millions of years still keep kicking our ass on the war between pests and us when they get in our houses. Somebody's pretty damn smart. I don't care how many times they die. They keep coming back. We be going. By the day, we keep talking about all the different things we know could take us out, but these ants gonna be here. These cockroaches and all this other stuff, they gonna be here, right? So anyway, you know, he's doing his thing. He's doing sapien stuff. We are all sapiens amongst all us ape creatures, you know. I'm definitely not down with the Darwin conversation. I'm gonna say that again for all the racist ass wipes that are into stuff like hold on, I'm just paying attention, all good. But I was gonna say, no, I'm not onto the Darwin tip, not with all that mess. But I am a advocate of true evolution and true scientific evolution, but not from the means of trying to say something better than another or some group of people better than all that old BS. You know, none of that. There's the originals and there's everybody else. We all family. That's all that is. That's how I see that. So anyway, this sapien is doing a straight up show, just being himself. It's a male. It's definitely a male. And he's hitting poses that would remind you of a bodybuilder coming out flexing his stuff. I'm talking about he's curling his arms. He's got this muscular structure on his back that he can bring forward. That's the illest part. Like, I still don't know what species this is. I put it in, you know, chat. People, everybody's laughing, but I'm expecting more people to be the fellow nerds and say, oh, that's a such and such blah, 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 and give the Latin name and everything, but nobody has broke it down yet. So I still don't know exactly what species it is. But he's hitting these poses. If you want to see the video, ONYXCON Outdoors on Instagram. Check it out. And while you're over there, make sure you subscribe there too. You know, follow there. But ONYXCON Outdoors on Instagram. You'll see it because I put it it's the last post I put up. And you'll see the other one with him in it too. It's two different posts. I had seen the second one in passing. You know how you be scrolling and something come up and it throw you off and then you mess around. You can't get back to what you were like, damn, why didn't I save it when I was looking at it? So I could never find it I'm talking about for weeks. Yo, it was driving me crazy. I was like, man, I want to find that video because this creature brings me joy. You know, some videos just make you laugh instantly. And every time I see it, I love it. I absolutely love it. So I found it again and I was like, okay, cool. So I screenshot it and I reposted it. And, you know, still you can see the credit to the channel in China that put it up first or whatever. But this thing, once it catches fire, it went slightly viral. But when I tell you, when this thing, all it's going to take is for the right comedian to see it, it's going to blow up. It's going to blow up. And I wouldn't be surprised if this monkey ends up in a movie or something because his personality is so big. He's dancing, he's literally hitting, like he does this one pose. It's like all I can compare it to is like some ballet type pose, like jump in the middle of the air and hit one foot and turn sideways. And then, I'm talking about he is showing the hell out. And then he go back to swelling up his chest and poking out his cheeks and all this. He is a straight hoot. I love that monkey. I said to myself, okay, you don't put yourself on my list of things to see in a lifetime. I gotta go to China, and I want to go to China anyway. I admit I've been holding off on that because of, recent year events and so much tension and craziness and whatnot. But I always say there's not a place on this earth I wouldn't go as long as there's not an active war or active disease. If there's nothing crazy like that going on, any immediate threat to you as soon as you get off the plane, I'm ready and willing. What's up? Passport ready. Let's get it stamped. So I gotta go. And I said to myself, I'm adding this to my list. As long as this monkey's alive, I want to meet him. Even if it's with a glass between us, because, the other thing is these are still wild animals. And it's obvious his area where he comes out, it's in glass enclosure that connects to something bigger, I guess, for him to actually live in. But he just goes out into the little glass area so he can put on his show. It's like his stage. It's literally like no other monkey be out there when he's out there. He just comes through the little hole and he started hitting poses. I was like, this is a trip. And everybody's like a supermodel, because he I am a supermodel. That's all about me, baby. You don't see this? Wait till y'all see this. I'm telling you, wait till you see it. Go straight over there. Check it out. At ONYXCON Outdoors on Instagram. We got the flavor. So yeah, y'all. Like I said, I got that. That's a post I want y'all not to miss. What else have I posted lately? I'm always posting, so even if I forget all the stuff I'm posting, you gotta be on it to know. Speaking of other pages on Instagram, got ONYXCON Rides, okay, which I'm gonna be posting more and more too. I posted something today, classic car from back in the day, so bad, and one that I kind of went off my radar because there's so many cars that were made that you get your favorites and then you forget about the ones in between. And then you get new favorites, like if you're anything like me, because I love all the stuff that had fins and chrome and all that stuff in the 50s and 60s. So this is a 1959 Invictus. So, yeah, check that thing out. I think it's Buick. Yeah, Buick Invictus. That is a bad, that's a smooth car. Really cool looking car. And the front kind of matches the back in terms of design. Whoever designed it was really doing something sleek and smooth. It's hella cool. So check that out. And check out all the other stuff on there. And it's not just cars, it'll be bikes, boats, anything that moves. Vehicular culture, especially customized. That's what we rep on that with ONYXCON Rides. Speaking of which, here, if you haven't seen some of our most popular content of all time, last March, had the opportunity to go to a car show in Los Angeles, which is a touring show, but they were in LA for this part of it. And it was Tuner Evo. Tuner Evo. Just like it sounds. EVO. Tuner like tuning a radio. But check that out. Has some of the baddest honeys and the baddest rides you ever gonna see. And speaking of honeys, a lot of cool ladies too. A couple of ones that was typical, I'm so hot, I'm so bad, I'm so flaky. Like, you talk to them, you get the number, you get the info, the Instagram, and they never hit you back, that old stuff. And then you had a few that was like, yo, you know what time it was when you met them, yo. They got a boyfriend, they got a husband, so ain't nobody really trying to push up. You just want to stay in touch and feel like you actually got a connection to a possible friend to make some more content in the future, because I interviewed some of them, So one in particular who was really cool like that was, let me see, make sure I say it right. It's oh yes Jess, but O_yes_Jess, Jess. Check her out. Jess is a baddie. She is so fine. She's Latina. I'm still not sure what specific nation she represents. I want to say she's Puerto Rican, but I don't want to guess that and then it'd be all wrong. She'd be like, I'm not Puerto Rican, I'm Cuban. I don't know what she is, but I know she's Latina. And she's so damn fine. And but such a sweetheart, like kept, because I followed her or whatever, she followed us back. You know how you repost people. And when it comes again, with the egos of some of these hotties that are IG girls and stuff, I think, I mean, I get it. There's a lot of weirdos out here. There's a lot of punks that don't know how to respect a woman. And more importantly, respect when she knows, I know she's got a man. The man was right there at the show. So, yeah, ain't nobody trying to really come at her. But I do like when you can continue to be a fan and she recognizes, look, I'm selling sexiness. So guys are going to react. Like, they're going to be happy every time they see me. They're going to repost my stuff. This is how I make my money, or one of the ways I make my money. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a favor to me if you're showing my stuff. It's not, it should be something that you should always at least say, thank you. And she's that type. She always says thanks. Every time we repost, I always be like, thanks so much. I'm like, yo, still some real people out here. I appreciate that. Big time. So shout out to her. But definitely want to go back and see that show again. Maybe even in another location because they tour. And y'all gonna hear me sounding because I'm going up a hill now. It's starting to get real. I've probably already done a mile, but now going up hill, you really gonna feel it. So I love it. I like hills. That get your heartbeat going. Never run from the hills. That's what you want. All the hills, take them. Take the hills when you're walking. That's gonna give you the best workout. But I was saying the Tuner Evo thing. Pardon me, hold on. Okay, I was saying the Tuner Evo thing. They tour, and one of the places they is Puerto Rico. At least that's where they went this year. I think it was right after LA they went there. So I was like, yo, and I know they went to Philly too. So I said, man, what if you went to see that in Puerto Rico? That's a vibe. That's a vibe. Because, I mean, now that I've done Dominican Republic, I'm just like, it's hop, skip, and jump. And ironically, the way I originally wanted to do Dominican Republic was to go there first for a couple of days and then take a quick flight over to Puerto Rico because it's the next island over. But, boy, when you get there and it's your first time ever, there's just so much going on. I said, man, nah, I'm going to chill out. I'm going to chill out. I'm just going to focus on Dominican Republic. And I made that decision before I got there. I just knew. I said, you're going to be exhausted, man. Don't even. And then it was more than exhausting. I was like, nah, it's too much going on. I had to figure out a whole lot of different stuff. So it made sense. Just, focus on one. But, like I say, because Puerto Rico is American territory, and from what I hear and have read and researched, you don't really save a lot of money there because you're pretty much paying the same prices. It's just like going into a resort area of America. They're going to hit you in the head with the money. You'll save a little bit in certain areas, off the beaten path, more so with the locals, but then you got to know somebody. You can't just be off in the hood, Don't be off in the bottom of your thinking you good. You got to be good in the hood. You got to know somebody to be moving like that. So, which ain't hard for me because I've learned if I meet somebody who's cool as hell, and I know I can trust them, and I read people's energy real, real well, I tend to find a friend that I could trust. So, if that were to be the case, then sure. But other than that, what I would probably do, and this is like a light sketch of an idea for what I want to do, is, just get that first day or two, or a day or three, but probably I'd like to do no less than 4 days in Dominican Republic again. Go to República Dominicana. See the stuff that I know is dope. Maybe add one thing that I didn't see, or every day add something I didn't see. But I'm saying where I stay, I just stay in some of the dopest places I already know I fly. Spend more time there than I did on the first go round. And then take a flight over to PR. From DR to PR. You know what I'm saying? And get that experience. Because gotta do it. Still gotta see Puerto Rico. So Puerto Rico, you are in my radar. I don't know when, how soon. That's all depending on everybody subscribing here and becoming a real Monetization Nation member, okay? Because anybody who's a real subscriber, anybody who's giving money, anybody who's supporting the channel for real, liking all the videos, showing love, hitting the comments with respect, y'all the Monetization Nation. And I'm gonna look out for those people. As when things get sweet, yo, they're gonna be the ones, yo. I'm gonna be, giving y'all the discounts on merch, all that kind of cool stuff. maybe even inviting y'all on some of these trips. Like, yo, I'm planning this. You want to do this with me? You get this discount, you get that discount. You're going to roll with me, so you ain't got to worry about, or, you know, you can roll by yourself too. But I do want to do some planned trips where maybe a couple, like say 10 days, 4 of the days spent with me as, you know, along with people I know to be our guides. And I can get us some real amazing discounts on stuff because I already know the lay of the land and some people, whatever, to deal with. So, for example, with the, I was saying, that, you know, you can do a lot. And I've got, for instance, in DR now, at least 2 drivers that I know I could hire per day to be my official driver, you know, exclusive driver. I ain't got to worry about no Ubers and reading random folk that don't know yet, hoping they build rapport. Some of them you like more than others or whatever. Because I ain't going to say I had a bad experience with Ubers. I had amazing Ubers when I was in Dominican Republic. Everybody was cool. I cannot say one bad thing about any of my Ubers. The only thing I might say about any of them is, you know, some are a little more introverted than others, but that's personality. I can crack anybody's ice. If you got a good heart, you're a good person. I'm gonna make you talk. We're gonna have a laugh, you know. And I got that out of all of them. So, you know, like I said, just some people were a little more shut down than others, but everybody was cool. Everybody did their job. Everybody was on point. But just one in particular became like a friend for life because I gave him the opportunity. I said, yo, I trust you and I want you to be my driver all the way from Santo Domingo up to Samana, which is like an hour and a half drive. And he was honest with me from start to finish of the process. He needed to fix something on his car. He was about to say, I don't know if I can do it because of that. I don't want you to feel unsafe. I said, yo, you just let me know. He said, hold on, let me get back with you. It was about an hour later. He said, guess what? I can get it fixed. My mechanic said he can get it done by the time you want to leave. I said, perfect, man. So he got that fixed. Nothing happened while we were on the ride. Nothing started stuttering or acting stupid. We made it there in one piece. It was fun. We laughed the whole time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we kept it simple. We got like a simple little breakfast. You know, I got like some bananas, some enchiladas? Not enchiladas, what do you call that thing? Oh my gosh. I'm forgetting my words right now, but the little meat patty pocket. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. My Latinos know. But anyway, that thing was so good. That was a perfect breakfast because he knew a young lady who made some from scratch. That was her business. We went and supported her. That was dope. Got that on camera. All this is in my videos. All this is in my vlog. So, you know I'm always promoting the vlogs. I want y'all to go back and watch if you haven't. But yeah, it was just a real fun time the way it ought to be. And like I say, good people, good energy. And I just know that, like, yo, if I went back, like, because he had a smaller car, I thought about it. I was like, yo, if you had a group, you know, a couple of people with you and stuff, it might be a little tight. So rent a car. You split the cost of renting the car, pay the man for being the service of doing that, and you good. You know, what's happening, bro? All right now. So that's how it worked. And get it done like that. So yeah, we had fun, y'all, and it was the way it should be. And I think that in the future, that's how I want to do it. Everywhere I go, I want to meet enough people to always have somebody on the ground. And eventually, I'm going to turn those folks, or they already are, because even the guy I'm talking about, I told him, I said, you got, and I know he probably just, he was so friendly, but I know he was probably looking at me like, come on, man. This is the last time I'm going to see you. But I told him, I said, bro, you got a friend for life. I will bring you business. And he just, kind of smiled, and that was that. But I'm like, no, you don't understand. You're young, brother. He's like 24. So I know he, done heard it all before and think everybody's full of it. I was like, bro, I'm a man of my word. If I can make it happen, I'm going to make it happen. So when I say, hey, we're going to be back, the we is real. Like, I plan, I might be with my lady by then, whoever I'm kicking it with, if something serious. If not, somebody who I'm just seeing while I'm there. Might get a group together, roll with some homies. They get their ladies, and we just team up and have a posse out that mug, like 6 of us or something. And like I'm saying, you split those bills that many ways, it makes it more affordable for everybody. You could do more, and And you can treat people on a level where they're gonna treat you because like, yo, he was telling me, I mean, he was basically doing, and I used to do that hustle, so I know how hard it is. He was doing Uber. I used to drive rideshare. And I said, yo, I'm gonna be real with you. When I was doing it in Atlanta, Georgia, a good day, and in many ways that's still true. A good, just a decent, I mean, it still wasn't no real money worth nothing per se at all. But it's something, just to say you went out and didn't just do nothing but waste your gas was at least $100. And even that was hard to get to a lot of times. So he told me how much would be a good day for him. Translate that into, Dominican pesos. And it was roughly like $70, 65, $70. I was like, oh yeah. So I gave him like 100, you know what I'm saying? But so imagine how happy he would be and ready to work and take you anywhere you wanted to go in the country if you had 6 people and everybody's pitching in and get that man at least about 200 or even not more, 300 a day. Because everybody's got a little something. Okay, I put in 50, I put in 50, I put in 50, I put in 50, I put in 50. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Everybody eat the way it ought to be. So that's the way we trying to move. That's the way we gonna move. And if you like the way all that sounds, welcome to the nonprofit. The new next level of ONYXCON, because we've been here. We ain't nothing new about us. We've been here. We've been true to this. I'm saying this vlogging element is about to catch fire in a new way. We're gonna be promoting this budget we need. I'm trying to get it to where I say we need to double up. Because I learned from this last one with all the stuff I went through. Can't afford to just do 2,500, which is typically a decent amount for a short trip. No more, not with this inflation, not with the chance of canceled flights. I went through that. Chance of a bad Airbnb, I probably won't even be dealing with Airbnb no more, but just in case, if you get into a hotel where you ain't got a good situation, you gotta switch. All those things can hang you up if you ain't got backup money. And if you're betting on your credit card, I'm gonna tell you something I learned. Cause I had a situation where my card got beat up so hard because I had a set amount I was gonna spend. Went through that pretty quick when you had to put them holds on. Cause you know how they do when you book a room or whatever, they put a hold on it. So the hold is on your card for a few days. Yeah, it goes towards the final amount at the end, or it gets refunded, or however the process, whichever type of booking you're doing. But that adds up when you're doing that between different rooms with issues and stuff. So instead of having to be worried about that, you need some cushion funds. And that's when I realized that whatever you come up with, you need to double that. So for our budget, I'm now saying 5,000 is the minimum we're aiming for per trip. I'm talking about any international trip, okay? And if it were a domestic trip, now we're talking, 1,500 to 2,000, even 2,500, 3,000 max should be ain't no shit. It will be a great trip with an incredible amount of vlog element. Like I'm saying, what I did in LA, I didn't have a hotel room. I stayed with family, but I know in retrospect, next time I go, I think I'd rather stay in a hotel because I want to be closer to certain things, and I want to have access to just different ways I want to move. So, and I did have a rental car, so that's always a cost. You know how that's going to be a thing. You got to pay all that stuff. You got your down payments on your rental car. You got just all that stuff, man. So, and I even had to he talk about other stuff that comes up. Had 2 rental cars in LA, not by choice. First car I had was fly as hell. I love that car. It was like damn near brand new. I forget what year it was, but I know it was like last year or something. I want to say it was an Infinity something. It was like a little mini SUV. That thing was fly, leather interior. It was like gunmetal gray with a burgundy interior, leather. That thing was fly. Why are them kids yelling like that? Chill out. Don't you know we filming? Kids be doing some goofy stuff. Just be yelling for no reason. Anyway, shout out to all the parents and the uncles and aunts. I'm an uncle, so I understand. It's a struggle, ain't it? But anyway, they had I had an Infinity, and that thing was running good the first day. The next day, I think it about made it through most of the day until I came back from somewhere and I parked and I get back in and suddenly it ain't cranking right. And it's got some light on talking about take it to the dealership. I was like, are you kidding me? So, of course, I called the rental place and they said, oh, it's no problem. Just get it back to us. We'll switch you out. I was like, yeah, no problem. But the problem is gas. Like, I got to drive all the way back to the damn airport and in LA traffic. Anything that's 30 minutes turns into an hour, anything, or an hour and a half. And so that's what that ended up being. And because it was literally 45 minutes away, but I think it ended up being like an hour and 15 for me to get there with traffic. Yeah. So then you're in line when you get to the place. Thank goodness they were organized about swapping me out. That wasn't a big deal. They did it, no problem. Got my new vehicle and moved on. No problems with the new one. So good for that. But I'm saying, this is the stuff that happens in travel. So the reality is be prepared. And the only way you're going to be prepared, you got to have a stack of money. The only way we get in that stack of money is with the support of our monetization nation. We need y'all support. This is a 501c3 nonprofit. If you're enjoying it, it ain't free. This ain't free. As Kendrick say, this ain't free. It ain't free, y'all. You got to pay to see everything. You know, everything costs. Everything is got something tied to it financially. So help us to help y'all, and we're gonna help you too. So if you got a business, this is the best part of it that I've been getting to. You can advertise with us. When you look at any of those vlogs I was just talking about, you're gonna see at the beginning of the main episodes a bunch of logos. Okay, people's companies. Those are the supporters. Those are the people. They getting their moment in the light to say not only did they support ONYXCON, but check me out. And I want you to do just that. That's how we supporting y'all. And everybody on there had given either in increments throughout the year to add it up to about 200 or a solid 200 or plus or more. Some of them 500, some of them even 1,000. We got some real people who come through and support ONYXCON for real. Shout out to all my people. I ain't gonna start naming names because I miss somebody and I don't want nobody to feel like they forgotten because it's never the case. But join us. Join us on this mission to bring y'all the best because the world awaits. And like I said, I got big plans for 2025 and ain't no stopping us. We gonna go. Come hell or high water, we going. You feel me? We're going back to DR at some point. We're going to Puerto Rico. Gotta go to Colombia. Gotta go to Brazil. Gotta go to Peru. I wanna see all of South America. I wanna see all of the Caribbean, but I'm being strategic in the way places are near each other. Seasons and all that stuff implying, because you could switch countries in some parts of South America and it'd be winter versus spring real quick, you know. So, because I've seen a lot of videos on, for instance, like Chile and Argentina, man, it get cold there. It gets sure enough cold. Peru, it can get cold. So, you know, everywhere is not tropical just because we think, ooh, it's down there. It's got to be tropical. No. Once you get away from that equator, it don't matter where you at. The further away from that equator, it ain't as warm. It's gonna have some chilly moments, if not completely. So yeah, but we want to do it still. Nonetheless, we got to do it. Like I say, South Africa, and with that one, I always envision do Ethiopia at the same time because every time I've checked tickets, they always take you through Addis Ababa airport for a long ass layover. And I'm like, I learned my lesson with Malaysia. I said, the hell with a long layover. I'd rather go ahead and get a trip out of wherever I land. Let me get my visa or whatever I need for that place. Get out there, see that for a couple of days, no less than 3. Hop back on the plane and finish the destination. You know, because it's like, it don't make sense. It really doesn't. Like the amount of time you spend in an airport, you could have been seeing and sightseeing and seeing a place. I spent a whole day in the airport in Istanbul, Turkey. And even though I can say, yeah, I've been to Turkey, not really. Been to the airport, you know. That's cool. Ain't nobody deny me I didn't land there. I was there. But I gotta really go see it. So that's the plan. That's how we move it. Also, if you're interested in other places we want to go, and if it'll get you fired up to want to put the money behind it because you want to see the content, Brisbane. Deer. There's about 3 of them out there doing their thing. But yeah. Welcome to GA. We got plenty of white-tailed deer. Oh yeah, and it's hunting season too. Big time. But not in the area I'm walking. So yeah, you know, we doing it, y'all. Well, like I say, Brisbane, Australia. I want to see Melbourne. I want to see all the main parts of Australia. Melbourne, Brisbane, Sydney. But Brisbane particularly because I got a connection there. I got my homeboy there, filmmaker, good friend of ours. By the way, shot that out for Halloween. One of my favorite film projects of all time I was a part of. It's a fan film, Marvel fan film called Blade. Yes, like Blade, Wesley Snipes' Blade. Blade, The Last Night. Night with a K. Blade, The Last Night. Blade, The Last Night. If you want to type it in formal, it'll come up. Even if you don't put the colon, it's going to come up. But that was a fun project. I played a ancient African vampire and had a lot of fun with that one. And my buddy Freddie Lee Jones III, my Virgo brother, was the original director, writer, everything of that. And gave me co-writer credit for my added monologue at the end of that. So it was big fun, and it was a major project, like I say. Definitely one of my best acting works to date. Actually, one of my all-time favorites. I tell Freddie this all the time. I say, man, do you know you got some of my best acting on film? Even when I think about some of my own projects, I'm no less shame. It's just like, for instance, what I did with Biggity. What is it? One of our ONYXCON films. I love it, you know. But I directed it, I acted in it, I cast it, I did everything. So it was a little different, and my character was a little different. I let other characters shine. It wasn't all about me. My character was there. He has a big presence. He is a leading man, but so is my scene partner, my homeboy, who plays my detective partner. I'm a detective in it, and then there's another detective. They're partners on the scene, trying to figure out what's going on with this, you know, supernatural crime scene. And but there's so many other, you know, situations and characters going on that it's not all about just a spotlight on, you know, my character. Versus with Freddie's joint, it was literally just two characters. It's Blade and my character. That's it. So it was a real moment to shine, and I appreciate it forever. So yeah, check that out when you get a chance. And like I said, you see how the pieces are coming together, y'all. We got major things planned, so it's all gonna make for amazing content when we get that proper budget. So you know, if you Mrs. or Mr. Deep Pockets, break us off, you know what I'm saying? Send us donations, we love it. At ONYXCON on Venmo, ONYXCON@gmail.com for PayPal, and of course, cash sign ONYXCON on Cash App. Anytime, from anywhere, we need it, we appreciate it. This is ONYXCON. And I'm Joseph R. Wheeler III, the artist, founder, and president. Peace.